Have y'all ever dated someone who talked about marriage, kids, vacations, building a whole life together, talking about going to Cabo and talking about going to Thailand, but you don't even have a passport? Okay, today we're breaking down what future faking is, why people do it, and how to tell if someone is really serious about you or really just wasting your time.
Stop faking. What up, though, family? Welcome back to Table for Two with Mike and Cherie. This is the spot where we serve up the raw truth about marriage with no filters and no chasers. Y'all know how we do.
We're talking about trending topics, love, loyalty, and those petty little arguments that start over nothing.
We're not relationship gurus with all the answers.
Just two people trying to stay in love without killing each other.
That very seldom happens. I'm just kidding. I love you all the time, baby.
It's not true.
We appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you like our content, please hit the like bell, subscribe, and get notified when we drop new episodes. Hit all the buttons, do all the shares, do all the likes, all that, y'all.
All right, now that we've got that out the way, let's pull up a chair
And let's get into it. All right, babe. So this whole future faking thing, go ahead and define it for the people. Let them know what it is.
Well, promising trips is definitely one of them. Okay.
Yeah. You can't be promising trips, man.
No.
Especially to this one.
I take that seriously.
You take trips
very
seriously.
Okay, let's define future faking.
Do it.
All right. Future faking is when someone actually talks about a future with you, keeping you on emotional highs, keeping you vested, but they never really follow through. Future faking is when somebody talks about a future with you. They keep you emotionally invested by promising you things like marriage and Cabo and other trips. I want you to have my baby someday. But months and years later, there's still no ring, no vacation, no Cabo, no Thailand, no kids, and you still ain't got your passport.
So basically, like making empty promises to keep a person on your line, keep them close, but never following through.
Just get your passport. Let's stop. Please get your passport. Okay.
My baby is about the trips.
Yes.
I'm sorry,
yes.
vacations.
I'm definitely about to. Give me a vacation.
Yeah, trips is different from vacations to this one over here.
We can probably hold off on the rain, but I do need a vacation.
You need a vacation?
I do need a vacation.
Get the passport.
Absolutely.
All right, for sure.
So I am a person who always says, don't believe what people tell you, believe what people show you. Words are really cheap.
Yeah.
It's all about action. That's all I believe. I don't care what you tell me. Words don't mean anything to me.
Yeah.
But a lot of people believe the dream and they're getting sold a dream.
So let's talk about why people future fake. There's several reasons why people do what they do. Sometimes they don't even know why they do what they do. But some people future fake to keep someone emotionally invested. They know big promises create attachment, right?
Right.
Expectations and this longing for something that's coming up. They enjoy the relationship, but don't want commitment. They like the benefits of a relationship, but they don't want to, be committed. They fear losing that person, so they say what they think that person wants to hear just to keep them on the line.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Some people actually do believe what they're saying in the moment. Sometimes it's not manipulation. Sometimes it's just emotional immaturity. And I think, growing up, I learned at an early age not to make promises that I couldn't keep because of the way I was brought up and some things that I've been through. So my word is really important to me.
Is that why you always say we'll see?
I don't say that. Shut up.
He says we'll see.
I never say that.
So that's non-committal.
I'm like, yes, no.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, guys.
And I will give you a date or I will give you a firm answer. Like, I'm not the one to just leave you hanging like that.
That's true. Well, regardless if it's intentional or non-intentional, the result is the same. Somebody doesn't get what they want, like a vacation.
What about the marriage and the kids? You keep on talking about the vacation.
Listen, just take me somewhere, okay? I have small aspirations. But the result is the same. You get hurt.
That's true. Okay, so what are some signs that someone isn't, sincere about the future? What would you say?
Well, they make big promises like, we'll see, or let me think about it. But there's really no hard timelines. There's really not a commitment to giving you an answer.
Mm-hmm.
They say someday we'll get married, but there's no plans, there's no conversation about when, there's no timelines. Again, avoiding serious conversations. When you ask about the future, they might say, let's just stay in the moment.
Let's just
Let's enjoy the moment.
Girl, let's not talk about marriage. We're having such a good time.
So the plans get delayed. They say, like, we'll move in together when we're in a better situation. Or they put it off and say next year. Or maybe they say things that really don't have a timeline base. They don't even say, okay, next year. They say when things get better, or when my situation changes, or when we're both in a more stable position.
But you're not doing anything to change the situation or defining what the situation change is that needs to happen before you move to the next step.
Yeah, that keeps it very vague, and it keeps it where you don't really have to be held to anything. There's no accountability. Yeah, exactly. There, you don't have anything to challenge it with, because they said, I say it when things get better, or I say it when things are a little more stable. Things are just not stable right now. So you're just left hanging, and you have no idea when this change is coming, but you're in love and you have faith in that person.
Yeah. Just hanging in the balance. Hanging there.
Yeah. So really at the end of the day, their actions are really not matching up with their words. And that's the problem.
I got you. That's definitely the problem. Look, I haven't had a whole lot of experience with that in relationships per se, because you're pretty definitive on a yes or no answer on something. I don't have to like keep asking you over and over again, or wondering, what your next move is going to be, or if we're going to do this, or if we're going to do that. So
that's true. I'm pretty yes or no.
Yeah, you're pretty yes or no, and I appreciate that about you, girl.
Thank you, and so are you, and I appreciate that about you as well.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You trying to? Ooh, she already knows. She started appreciating me. It'd be about to go down. You feel me?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Say one more thing about appreciating me, and you're gonna get it.
This man does not stay focused.
You're gonna get it. I'm sorry.
Go back to future faking.
All right. I ain't future faking right now. You're gonna get it real close in the future. I'm not faking.
That is a good timeline. Not really, though.
Oh, I need to give you a timeline.
That's not
30
really
minutes.
A future.
You're about to get it in 30 minutes.
Future when? That's not a timeline. See, that's called future faking.
That's facts. Look, if you don't want to be labeled a future faker in your relationship, the key is simple. Don't promise what you're not actively working towards, right? If you're not actively working towards a goal, like you're like, yeah, babe, we're gonna move next year to X, Y, and Z, but you ain't got no money in the moving money jar, right? Or whatever it is you got going on, then it's not showing any progress. You got to show progress. It's easy to talk about vacations, marriage, buying a house, or all the things you want to do together. But if those conversations aren't backed with real steps, it can start to feel like you're just selling that person a dream instead of building a life together. So be honest about where you are and what you're ready for. And just, if you're not ready, just don't even say nothing, right? Don't even like bring it up as a sell somebody a pipe dream. Just don't even mention it unless it's brought up to you. You know what I'm saying? If you're talking about marriage and that person didn't bring up marriage to you and you just feel like you just needed to say it, what are you doing that for? Right?
Yeah, that's true.
But if marriage is on the table and that person does want to get married, you need to have a serious conversation about that, or whatever the topic may be.
I was about to say, it might not necessarily be marriage. It might be.
It could be
just
anything.
Moving to the next step.
Whatever the next step is.
And there's a lot of fear.
Or like you said, it could be a vacation. It could be whatever it is that you're talking about. Just be clear and concise about where you are, and don't just say stuff passively to get that person off your back or to keep them appeased, knowing damn well you don't even have a plan to execute.
That's true. And if you feel like your person might be future faking, don't immediately assume that their intentions aren't good. Sit down and have a real conversation with them. Ask for clarity, ask for timelines, and ask what kind of actions they're willing to take in order to make these things happen. And really pin it down, especially if this is something that's making you angst or unhappy. A healthy partner won't be offended by accountability. They'll actually welcome it because they want their words and actions to match up. And again, like I said, I am a person that wants to see what you're doing. Actions. I really don't care about anything that's written down on a paper. Honestly, that doesn't mean anything to me. I want to see that there's progress being made. And at the end of the day, relationships work best when both people are focused on progress and not just words and promises.
Agreed.
Mhm.
Agreed.
Yep.
All right.
So,
Okay, y'all. So y'all know what time it is.
what time is it?
It's time for the truth comes out. This is an
Mm.
episode where we throw some questions back and forth towards each other and see who's cap and who's not. Normally,
It's you.
normally you're the capper,
Okay.
Captain Capper over here. But we're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna let you go ahead and take the first one.
All right. Why do some men talk about marriage when they know they're really not ready?
That's a good question. I feel like in my younger days, I would do stuff like that just to kind of please the woman, even though,
Mm.
I mean, really younger days, like you could be the one, all that kind of stuff. It was more like a game thing,
You
like
could be the
spitting
one.
game, like, yeah,
Yeah,
I think
the
I could do
one.
this forever type thing.
Oof.
You know what I mean? But for me, it was like kind of spitting game. I think other times, like men may be with a person for so long that they feel like they have to either say something, like, shit or get off the pot kind of
Yeah,
thing.
that's exactly what was in my head.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
But for me, yeah, it was just like, for me at one point, it was like game. It wasn't like marriage. It was just like, I want you to be my girlfriend one day kind of thing, like when I was younger.
Mhm.
When I was a kid then.
Yeah.
And when you're that young, you say anything to get what you're trying to get.
Yeah.
But in my older years, I would never do that.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I was pretty stand up. Like I was married at 24.
Yeah.
And
I remember that is actually a true statement too, because I remember one time I asked you, like at the very beginning, if you love me or something like that. You was like, "Oh, I'm getting there."
Yeah.
Like you was very, very true about it, which
Yeah.
I was like, wow, okay, you really said that. I was impressed by that, honestly, because I like honesty.
Yeah.
So
I had a friend of mine tell me this one time, a little off subject, but since you brought up honesty, he was just like, man, the best thing to do when you're out here dating women is to just be honest with them and let them decide whether they want to deal with you or not. I was like, you know
It's
what?
true.
And I started doing that, and it was actually
very
a
successful.
good
I
thing.
remember because I know you have stories, but
Yeah. Well, let's get back to it. All
absolutely.
right, my question. Do women ever future fake?
I think they may.
Hmm.
I can't resonate with that, but I'm sure that they do. And it could be for several reasons. They might want you to keep paying their rent. They might
Ooh.
not have the financial stability to make it on their own. There could be a lot of reasons why they may be staying. And their future fake may look different. It might not be saying things. It might just be kind of just staying still. Maybe not telling you that they're unhappy or whatever. So I feel like in making a plan, but maybe not telling you about it.
Right.
Yeah, we had this whole conversation, I think, over the weekend.
Yeah.
So yeah, that might be a thing for sure.
Yeah.
I think everybody future fakes.
So how long should someone wait before realizing they're being future fake, you think?
I don't know if there's a timeline per se. I think everybody's timelines are different because of different reasons. That's a very vague statement.
Yeah.
But I don't know if there is, I think it depends on the situation you're in, financially, emotionally, all those things matter. But I don't know if I can put a timeline on that. I think what we talked about earlier, you need to sit down with your partner, put some timelines down, get some clarity of where that person is, and then have the conversation is, you know what, I really don't think we're heading in the same direction, or we're not aligned. And then figure out from that point what you're going to do. But be ready to, when you have that conversation, be ready to accept and be ready to possibly make a move.
Yeah.
Don't have that conversation. You really don't have anything planned.
I think, in my opinion, like you said, I don't think it's a timeline, but I think it's because it's kind of a disappointment thing too, right?
For sure.
So I don't think it's necessarily a timeline, but maybe more so how many times have you disappointed me?
That's true. Oh,
so if you've made me 3 promises and you 0 for 3, you ain't came through on nothing you said, that would be a problem for me.
I agree. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Like that would be a problem.
That's what I mean. So you're not aligned, right?
Yeah. So time wise, not the same as being 0 and 3.
Right. You're going to be disappointed in relationships though. So I don't think it's necessarily just per se a disappointment, but it depends on if it's more so like moving your life together. Yeah.
It's got to be something that's on a big level. It can't be like, you said you're going to.
Oh, you didn't wash the clothes.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Something like that.
Mm-hmm. But a vacation though?
Oh, you can't be lying about vacation.
Serious. Okay. How soon should couples talk about the future?
Ooh, that's a good one because I remember when I started falling for you. when I did start falling for you. She called me a stage 5
Here
clinger.
we go. Here we go.
What? You did? Did you not? Yeah, you did. You did.
I did not
You did.
say it in those words. I just felt like it was probably too soon for me.
Yeah.
That's all.
But when I met her,
That's
y'all,
all.
like, quick story, when I met her, I was just like, we hung out, we had a great time, we laughed together, we joked together, we liked the same music, we was, you know what I'm saying, singing the same songs, you know, doing the car concerts and everything. I was like, oh, she cool as hell, like, you know, and the sex was good. I was like, oh, yeah, this the one right here, you know what I mean? So I had to immediately let her know, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Stake my claim, like.
Immediately aligned for sure.
Yeah,
however, to be talking about things the way you were, it was a little scary for me.
Yeah, we'll get into that on an episode why she's so damn scary. Yeah.
That's hilarious. All right. So can someone love you and still waste your time?
Yes.
Because like we talked about earlier, it might not be intentional, right?
Exactly. It might not be intentional. You might just be, people can love you and be scared of the next step.
Right.
Because of maybe what something they saw in the past. Maybe their parents didn't make it, you know, got divorced, or
definitely goes back
maybe
to
they've seen some bad relationships or something, and they're just like, I don't want that to be me. When I say yes, I want this to be it. I want this yes to mean everything. When I, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's probably not a real relationship.
It's not, but that's I think some people think like that though. Yeah.
So today we talked about future faking and what that means and what it looks like. No vacations, no marriage, no ring,
no passport, no passport, no Merc, powder Merc, no jelly.
Oh my God, that's not what we're talking about. Oh my God. All right. The truth is that sometimes people do it intentionally. They want to keep you emotionally wrapped. They want to keep you emotionally invested. And other times people do it because they like the idea of talking about a future with you in the moment, but they're really not prepared to build it. And the timeline, nor do the goals or anything move in your relationship. They stay where they are. And once you realize that, you have to be ready to make some decisions.
Agreed.
Whether that's staying or just continuing not to go on vacation. I don't know.
But here's the real lesson. Like, in relationships, words are easy.
Right.
Consistency is the real commitment. Anybody could talk about what they plan to do someday, but the person who's truly serious about it will show you through effort, follow through, and actions over time, right?
Yeah.
So if someone keeps selling you a dream but never build a foundation for it, you might not be in a relationship. You might be in a fantasy. They're using it to keep you around.
Yeah. Healthy relationships are built on alignment between what someone says and what someone does. Mostly, y'all, what somebody does. At the end of the day, the right person is not going to just promise you a future. They're going to start working towards it and building towards it with you right now.
It's true. Let us know in the comments. Have you ever dealt with future faking in your relationship? Or have you ever realized that you might have done it yourself without meaning to? Subscribe for more relationship tools with zero fluff.
This is Table for Two. And
we'll see you on the next sit down.
Peace.
Deuces.